Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. دهلنسي. Accessible second edition for the North and trailer film. For international Sunni state of emergency declared after deadly mention in Pakistan. Those were the headlines. Now welcome to the national news. A second edition grounded with success for the North, Trident, and the atmosphere was effervescent on the beach of Obo. A smile lit up the face of all the participants after successful first edition. In Tauchora, it is the region of Obo that hosted the second edition. It is therefore an extremely electric climate, but especially fair play that the athletes of Tachora moved for the event. The day began with the Trident event. The young Shahim Sumburu from Tachora was the first participant to cross the finish line after swimming, cycling, and finally running. The second and third place was completed by the athlete from Obo. The actor of the day were rewarded during the ceremony of awarding fair held in front of the prefecture. The event was emphasized by the presence of the Secretary of State in charge of sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamel, the Deputy Prefect of the region, Mr. Ali Maki, the President of the Regional Council, Mohammed Hamad, the Secretary General of the in the sport, Kadiga Ibrahim, as well as several personalities took part in this sport. In his speech, the Secretary of State in charge of sport, Mr. Hassan Kamil Muhammad, defined this triathlon as a continuous race composed of several disciplines practiced in sequence. The objective is to finish the trials in the fastest time possible. Otherwise, he congratulated the triathlete who were rewarded in front of a prefecture. In the same day, the region Cyber Directorate of Obo, in partnership with that of Tajora, organized in Obo the beach sport, including beach volleyball, beach hand, and windsurfing. It is a day for the young Obo and Tajora who were competing in front of large crowd who came to discover by the same occasion this flagship discipline of the pitch. The game were tight until the end on the fine sand, resulting in a clear domination of Tachora. The rig off were given term by the official, including the Secretary of State for Sport, the Deputy Prefecture, and the Secretary General of the Sport. After the competition, the players were rewarded during the ceremony of awarding the trophy held in front of the prefecture of the region. As remembered, beach handball is collective sport derived from the indoor handball, but which is played on sand. The beach handball poses two teams of 4 players who must throw a plastic ball in the goal of their opponent. As in handball, the number of steps with the ball in hand is limited to 3. A dozen teams competed of the file of Omnisport. This closing ceremony of the summer tournament, which saw the participation of the junior and minor, was marked by the awarding of trophy to the winner team of this competition in different disciplines. In an intervention granted to the microphone to organizer, welcome to the successful competition of this sporting event in the White City, emphasizing the importance of sport in the development of physical ability of young people. Not less than 100 sportsmen and sportswomen of Nepal took part in this summer tournament, adding that several sports were selected for this summer edition, including salsa, benteng, volleyball, check game, and rodaya. This summer game, initiated under the theme sport, a means of discovering talent. This strength came within the framework of the implementation of the proximity policy aimed at the popularizing the practice of sports, especially in the field of collective sport. As part of the strengthening of the technical platform of hospital in Choburi, the Ministry of Health has signed an important document with the Japan International Cooperation Agency (JICA) that said this is which marked the beginning of the procedure of the project which consists in providing medical equipment of great importance to the big hospitals of the Republic of Djibouti, namely the General Ability Hospital, the Hospital of Valbella, Sheko, the Hospital Shakib, and the Maternity Darhanan. This event was shared by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Salah Bunaita Turabe, were also present and the President representative of the Japan International Cooperation Agency (JICA) and senior official of the Ministry of Health. This event demonstrated the best collaboration that exists between the Republic of Djibouti and Japan. On Sunday, August 21, a government team led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior, Mr. Sirek Umar Abdulkader, went to Kigali, Rwanda to take part in a knowledge-sharing mission initiated by UNHCR for the implementation of the Comprehensive Refugee Response Framework. The Djibouti delegation was hosted by Rwanda Cooperation Initiative, a government institution under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs International Cooperation. This visit of part of South cooperation and also the Comprehensive Refugee Response Framework on which the Republic of Djibouti is a signatory country. It promotes integrated coordination at the national level. Indeed, Djibouti, as one of the first countries in East Africa to commit in 2016 to the implementation of the CRRF and is developing a national action plan in December 2017 that focuses primarily on the integration of refugees in the sector of social protection, education, health, and creation of employment opportunity. In Tachora, if the ceremony handing over the diploma of the Baccalaureate 2022 motive activation for the laureate for a marked success has the baccalaureate examination for the public of Marietta had a particular smell pain given the special school courses and of this public who began the course the first year under the tree in Marietta following the stage traversed by the baccalaureate of Margarita. The first Baccalaureate Margarita has expressed its satisfaction. We are the first generation that succeeded in the baccalaureate, and I thank on behalf of all of students, all institutions, and people who have supported us, Senise Margarita, then as Gela, and finally in Tajora. According to the goal, we have this firm intention to continue our study until we obtain a master's degree and even why not go to the doctorate. The success of the 2022 baccalaureate of the student of the community school of Margarita who followed the first course under a tree is a satisfaction for this especially a baccalaureate. It is also a good example to follow in an area without educational structure, and as the new school and university year approached, we congratulated the graduate of Margarita and wish them success in their university study. and now located today in the northeast of the city of Ali Sabih, a few blocks from the center. The small and medium-sized company manufacturing chalk of all the colors, pen and promise of all kinds is growing with time. It was created in 2013 by a young man from the region, Faisal Jam' Roble, who had obtained the molds of school chalk machine during a stay in China. The main customers of the production of chalk of all colors is other 10, the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, MINFOB, which for national production in the purchase of chalk. Today, Djibouti teachers who use it testify in this sentence a year after the implementation of the Child Production Unit. Another strategy of the manufacture of quality pen was set up in 2014. Pen with pens with blue and black ink whose use is appreciated throughout the territory. Then. The Prime Minister Abdulkadir Mohammed, during his regional tour in Al Sabia at the very beginning of last February, and invited him to inaugurate it. The Prime Minister, accompanied by members of the government and other senior state officials, have immersed in the factory. On site, they were able to see the production machines of Promise in action. For more details, and from the international scene, heavy rain pounded a part of Pakistan Friday after the government declared an emergency to deal with monsoon flooding that it say had affected more than 4 million people. And now President Emmanuel Macron called Friday for a new pact with Algeria and through a reconnection of the past on day 2 of a visit to France, former colony aimed at mending troubled ties. The tribe follows months of tension between Paris and the North African country, which earlier this year marked 6 decades of independence following 132 years of French rule. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and have a wonderful evening.